things that we will never, ever, 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 ever do again in Disney. Here we go.
We have a list.
We have a list. I created this list.
You
These are
have a
things
list. You
that
have.
I will never do again in Disney. Maybe you will, and you'll have to do it alone.
Okay.
But these are things that I'm never doing again. So I wrote down 5 things. I actually did this because we did a video previously, like, is Disney in the summer too hot to go to, or should you go to Disney in the summer? Mm-hmm. And then I put a poll on Twitter, and it got a lot of engagement. I think this poll on Twitter got something like 170 votes. It didn't get like 170 votes. It got 170 votes, which is a lot for a poll.
Yeah.
For us. And 53% of the people said they were out in summer. So I'm like, you know what? What else would I never do in Disney? So I wrote down some things.
Okay.
Number 1, going during the summer months, specifically July. Because I feel like July is the hottest month. August can be hot as well. But July, it's summer here. It's very, very hot. It rains every afternoon in Florida in July pretty much. And you know what? There's a lot of places I want to go in my life, and just Florida during July is not one of them.
Well, okay, I might agree with you just in the July month because I was thinking about it, and I have no problem visiting Walt Disney World pretty much any time of the year. I think summer is doable as long as you're prepared, but there is the July month. It's not so much the heat and the humidity that get me the most, but maybe the crowd along with the heat and humidity that it can be a little much. And if you go maybe in August, you get some bonus where the park is open later because you have the special events like the Halloween party, so you can kind of carve your way to having a better experience and it not be as hot. So I might agree with you on that. Plus, kids go back to school in Florida, I believe, in August. So the crowds do go down a little bit, for the locals.
Yeah, if you are somebody, and someone mentioned that educators, teachers, people in the education system can only go in the summer, which I understand.
Right.
But I'm not in that.
So this is your list.
So this is my list, so I don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
So you know what? Go in July, in August, and I'll see you in February.
All right. Although I have heard 4th of July in Walt Disney World is pretty cool. So
I heard it's pretty packed.
Okay, that too.
Next one. Leaving, and this is something we talk about a lot on the podcast. Go check it out. Leaving during, or not during, but after the fireworks happen at Magic Kingdom.
So like right after they're done.
Yeah, because there is this herd of people heading out the exit to get to the transportation area, whether that be the buses or the monorail or the ferry boat. And you know what? I would rather die than be in that.
Insert that clip from Jumanji. I would rather die.
What? I would rather die. Jump on my back. Nope, I'm going to die.
I'm just going to die. That's what I say when you say, let's go. I say, you know what? I would rather die. And then I look again at the crowd leaving. I said, yep, I would rather die.
It is worthwhile to either leave before the fireworks if you have seen them the night before or whatnot, or wait and just kind of roam around. I like to do a little shopping at that time when the fireworks are over or whatever, but it is not necessarily the best time to go towards, especially for me. I think it's the monorail that gets crazy because they do somehow pack everybody so tight and the smell isn't the greatest.
And the ferry boat. It smells like horses in the monorail. Let's be real.
The ferry boat I can deal with to a degree. At least it's open space, but there's something about the monorail when it's that jam-packed, I get a little anxious.
Exactly. I would rather be, if I'm going to be in one of those that's really super crowded, I would rather be on the ferry boat than the monorail that smells like horses.
Okay, fair.
Next one. I was going to say something. Oh, by the way, the shops are open for an hour after the park closes. So if you're going to shop, you might as well shop then and let everybody kind of get out of there. I know it can be tough with little kids because it's late and you want to get out of there, but would you rather shop for an hour or would you rather sit on the monorail line for an hour?
I mean, either way you're waiting. So what are we doing here?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Next thing.
Or hit the candy shop. That's another one of our favorite things to do at the end of the night is go on to, I guess I'm specifically talking about Magic Kingdom here since we're saying ferry boat, monorail, but I guess in any park, it is like this at the end of the night. You do want...
Every time you say candy shop, I think of that line from that movie.
Okay, we're moving on fast.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay, go.
Next one, and this is something that I will never do, ever again. Rely on Disney buses to get anywhere in Walt Disney World.
That's so sad because they're free. I don't understand why you have such hate on the bus.
You know what? I'm going to insert a picture right here.
Okay.
That's why I don't like them.
All right, so fair. So go see the picture before you make judgment.
It's very crowded. Mm-hmm. They are pretty good about being on time, but it's not like it's a quick ride anywhere. You get on the bus, and it takes a while. It can be crowded, especially at night. You know, kids are upset. They want to get home. They're overtired. It's not a pleasant experience. I would rather pay for an Uber or something to get out of there.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I think that the buses, it's awesome that they have a free option. I love all the cast members that drive the bus. Sometimes you'll get a little entertainment there. There's been many occasions where the cast members whistle or sing, and it really pumps up the crowd or makes them just have a special memory of the long bus ride, if you will.
Hold on. There's no special memories of long bus rides.
I disagree. There has been a lot of our friends that have reached out to us and have told us one of their best moments was actually on a Disney bus. So
who are these friends? I don't have any friends.
there you go.
It wasn't my friends because I don't have any.
All right.
Next one. Go during spring break. Either in March with spring breaks or in the Northeast here, we have breaks in February and April, which a lot of places do. I am not going during those times. I would rather not go anywhere.
All right, look. Price-wise, especially if you're flying, it is not necessarily worthwhile when you're looking at these prices to fly. If you did just a few days later or a week later, you'd be shocked at the amount of difference when it comes to traveling. But again, I mean, you got to go when you can go. I don't know. To me, it's like this list is a little bit like, complaininator.
Well, listen, I don't get to complain a whole lot, and I try to be positive on the podcast, so I'm going to complain about some things. It's not necessarily complaining. It's telling you and giving you some advice of when you shouldn't go. And going is a choice. For people who say they can't go at some point, it's not. Why not? Why can't you go? Everybody can everything is figure-outable.
Okay.
Right?
You know what? I'll let you believe that, and that's a good philosophy for you.
Everything is figure-outable. There's a way to figure it out where you can go. If you really want to, you can figure it out.
Here's the thing. Would you rather not everybody know when not to go or when to go, and then that makes your experience more enjoyable for yourself?
No, because even though I say that, there's still going to be some people who don't go.
That's true.
They're not going to listen to me.
All right. Yeah, no, definitely not.
Right? So they're going to not go, and it's going to be fine. But I do have the opportunity to go kind of whenever we want. Not necessarily whenever we want, but during a time that's convenient for us and that we think is less crowded. So I'm going to take that option.
I can hear folks being like, well, good for you.
Well, that's great. If I had a job that I had to go in February or summer, I would quit.
It's that easy.
I would quit that job.
It is that easy for sure, right? Okay, next one.
Next one. Going to the Food and Wine Festival, specifically on a weekend.
You don't love the Food and Wine Festival, which shocks me a little bit because you love food. So the half part of that sentence of food festival, to me, sounds like you would have a good time. But I guess what I'm seeing, the thing I'm getting the most out of your list is basically you don't love crowds, which Disney might not be the best place for you.
Yeah, maybe I'm finding that it's not the best place for me. I need to go somewhere else. No, but you can go around that. And Disney does a good job of implementing these food stands during a lot of other festivals.
True.
It doesn't have to be just for food and wine. I just find that the crowd for food and wine on a weekend is not the crowd that I expect out of a Disney park, and it's not the crowd I want to be around at a Disney park.
So you're not fun.
I am fun. They are not fun.
Okay.
They're a little rowdy. And it's just not the vibe that I want to pay a lot of money for at Disney.
Wait. It's not the what?
Vibe.
Okay.
Lose the vibe. How do you say it? You guys told me to say something about that you found on TikTok the other day. What was it?
It's not the vibe. That's it.
No, it's not the vibe. Food and wine on a weekend is not the vibe that I want out of Disney.
Okay.
It's just, if I wanted that vibe, I would go to a bar.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I guess when you have young kids and you are at the Food and Wine Festival, like you said, in the evenings during the weekend, I do find that more locals go, and that's fun, but it's like a hangout and a younger crowd that wants to be rowdy. Sort of like how Disney Springs is late at night on a weekend. It is a lot of fun, but if you have young kids and you're trying to get more of that Disney appeal to families type atmosphere, it's not necessarily the best time for you. That being said, if you're going as a bachelorette party or you're going with adults that are older that love to drink, this is the festival for you, and definitely go on the weekend because it's a lot of fun.
Have a great time.
Okay.
Don't go during the week because that's when I want to go.
Okay. Fair.
And I want the Disney vibe.
Okay.
You know what? You're right. If you are a younger person, or maybe you are a couple or someone who does like to party and hang out and have that vibe, that it is a great time to go because that's what it is.
That's what I think.
But that's not what I'm looking for.
It's like a girls' night out. I'm down. Anybody wants to take me, just hit me up.
You would not go on the weekend.
I probably couldn't last that long.
Get out of town.
I probably couldn't.
You're all talk.
Yeah, 8:00's like my bedtime, so I don't know. But in Disney, I'm pretty alert and awake. It's good that Epcot closes pretty early, I guess.
I guess so.
Okay.
But that anyway, so those are 5 things. To recap, number 1, not going during July. Number 2, I'm not leaving after the fireworks. I'll do a little shopping, even though I'm not a shopper. Number 3, I'm not going to necessarily rely on the Disney buses. Number 4, definitely not going during spring breaks. And number 5, I am avoiding at all costs the Food and Wine Festival on a weekend.
Okay, that's a good list.
Is that a good list?
I think I agree on most things on that list.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're with me.
Yeah, but I'm the neck.
Yeah, but if I'm complaining, you don't want to be there either.
I can turn the head anywhere I want.
All right, let us know. Let us know some of the things. You don't have to maybe have 5 of them, but let us know 1 or 2 things that you'll never do again at Disney. Drop it in the comments below, and we'll see you back here on the next video.
Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.